Alright, so we've officially started, but hit the button.
Oh.
I assume we'll just talk an intro and I'll cut out all the shit at the start.
Probably.
Hold on. Maya just text saying that she's nearly done at work. Should I come now? Do we want to delay? Delay her is my question. Do you mind if she's a part of the podcast?
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind if she's here. We can
you.
start now and she can pop in partway through.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Easy. Fucking dynamic.
Dynamic. Oh, hello.
I forget how much I hate my own voice.
Would you like an alcohol, Chelsea?
Would
Would you like an alcohol, Trent?
I'm good, actually. I think I'll pass on the alcohol.
Would you like a Coke? I have a bottle of Coke. It's probably fucking rancid as shit.
Nah, Coke doesn't go rancid. Too many preservatives.
There's an Emerson's Pilsner here.
I'll pass. Oh, actually, no. I have an Emerson if it's gone.
I don't know whose it was, but it's in my alcohol collection. There's also a Galbraith Special Edition Fine Traditional Ale. Czech style Pilsner.
Say that for a special.
Yeah. Whoa.
And some Gruber.
I just got stars in my eyes.
I gotta get out of the habit of biting down on my teeth when I crack it open. It's out of focus and habit. I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah. Grit your teeth every time you open a beer, so you'll have no jaw strength. Okay.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first podcast. Podcast is yet to have a name. I suppose a name is good.
is it recording?
Yeah, it's been recording for the last 1 minute and 53 seconds.
Sick.
Wicked.
Yep. So, how the fuck do we intro this?
Hello, you beautiful bastards. This is a fantastic Friday afternoon, and this is Trent here. I'm going to go ahead and describe myself as a 20-something-year-old male looking for love who enjoys long romantic walks through the warehouse and drinking alcohol more than I should.
Yep, that's an intro, man.
I think that was beautiful.
You want me to introduce everyone?
That was beautiful.
I mean, sure, if you could pin down what I like.
I would swipe right.
Jesus. What an intro.
Dude, my fucking pants have a zip.
Yeah, did you not notice that?
The fuck is this?
Is it
It's
comfortable
a
in there?
zipper. It's a pocket.
Dude, you have 2 pockets in your pocket.
What?
Alright, I'm Shaun and I find small things incredibly fascinating. Especially when I find fucking zips in my pants that I didn't know were there.
I hope that if I paid that much for a pair of pants, I would have at least 2 pockets in each pocket.
How much did you pay for those pants?
Well, most of our audience members are non-existent, so I can make up fictional currency that they'll understand, right?
Sponsored by Nike.
It is now.
Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah, that's the one. That's who we need to get fucking funding from.
Yeah.
Oh shit, are we swearing?
We can swear.
Oh,
We can bleep it, I guess.
I'm not going to bleep it. That is so much effort.
Yeah. 18 plus.
My pants were approximately $90 US.
So 100 plus Kiwi dollars.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know the exchange rate.
Are we letting them know we're from New Zealand?
I think they could probably tell from the accent.
Hey, you're a misnomer.
That's true.
I just speak like a dyslexic monkey, so...
And I'm pretty sure, monotony in voices is worldwide, so... you can get away with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$130 for the pants.
Shit.
$150 for the jacket.
Holy crap.
$220 for the shoes.
What?
$8 for shot glasses.
Wait, you actually did get new shoes?
They're downstairs.
Oh, okay.
$8 for the shot glasses.
We got a big baller.
$9.83 for the roll of sellotape.
Wait, what, you paid more for the sellotape than for 12 shot glasses.
That's a steal.
What a time to be alive.
Wow.
Yep. There's 60 ml shot glasses too.
60 mils.
Yep.
So it's actually a double shot.
It's a double-double.
It's a double.
A double is 30.
Oh shit! But that's what most shot glasses are.
Yeah.
Yeah, most shot glasses are 30.
Yeah, all
30,
New Zealand
40.
standard is like 30 mil.
Yeah.
But
What's
then
40?
from overseas, it's usually singles. And,
Right,
I don't know,
really.
back when I was working bar, like,
Just tall and thin.
yeah, when people were coming off the cruises and stuff, they'd be used to like, they'd be like, why am I paying $12 for this shot? And like, it's 30 mils. And they're like, oh, it's a double. And I'm like, yes.
They're all doubles.
We have a problem over here.
Welcome to New Zealand,
Yeah,
where we
like,
have
you
endangered
only-
birds. Nothing that'll kill you except alcohol.
You wanted one standard drink? Sorry?
We don't do half measures here.
We do binge culture here.
We need to get some fucking placemats for the table.
Mm.
Oh, so it doesn't make a sound every time?
Well,
No,
like,
just so it's,
because we consume alcohol here quite frequently,
You should just...
and everyone has glass bottles, it would just be nice if we had some coasters.
because we've had some pretty close calls with people putting a bottle down on the table pretty hard.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going into town tomorrow, so I might just pick up some fucking coasters, cruise by Briscoe's again.
$8.52 for the coasters.
Man, that's a fucking steal.
It is, yeah.
You get
What-
some nice floral pattern coasters.
That would be cute.
I was
Just
just
get some
gonna...
glass coasters, you know?
I was just thinking that. I was like, that would be hilarious. If
I was
he-
just gonna make some PCBs and put some feet on them, get them shipped.
Yes.
Made in China, sent back here.
I think it's actually pretty cool.
I think it's cool too.
Yeah.
I
Or you could just fully nerd them out and then have it like a pressure or a force sensor, real low voltage, almost like the PCBs that a friend of ours made. That you put the bottle down and then there's an LED under.
tells you how full your bottle is.
No, just to light up through the glass. So it's just like
That'd
you
be
put it
cool.
down and then there's light.
I was hoping it
If you
would
want to
like...
overthink it,
I
there you go.
I'm thinking like a 7-segment display. That just tells you how full your glass is based on a standard bottle of beer.
What about just RGB LEDs that basically you can control the color by how much current you put through them? And it goes like green when your glass is nice and full, and then like orange into red when it's getting empty.
Or the opposite way around. Red when it's full, you're in the danger zone. Dangerously sober.
That's amazing. I was thinking along the lines of it goes red when it's empty because it's like you're in the
Oh,
shit because you
no.
need to get a new drink.
Let's call that a success.
Is it really success?
Anywho,
I think this is a great conversation so far.
I think so too, but
Yeah, I'd give ourselves like a solid 7 out of 10.
I haven't introduced myself. Hi,
I haven't.
you said you're into small things.
Fuck, I wish I was into small things right now.
And he's a big baller.
I'm a student who spends my money on dumb shit all the time.
We're all students.
We're all students here.
For all of our listeners out there.
Students.
Cruising the midnight highways.
Not for
High
long
school
though.
students.
As soon as the Dollar Shave Club payroll comes through.
We are university students, not to be confused with high school students.
One of New Zealand's most prestigious universities.
One of New Zealand's only universities.
Hey,
Now, all of them are prestigious except for like
Unitech.
Palmerston North and Hamilton.
That's like you don't want to move far away from your parents. Too scary.
I moved fucking far.
Yeah, you did. I moved pretty far.
I mean, in terms of America, I didn't move very far at all.
Nope.
But
Just traveled an average distance.
yeah,
This chick was talking about how you apply to universities in America and how it's so much harder than here because you have to pay for each application just for the privilege of applying and send in like a full application letter, pretty much like a CV, but also like a cover letter on steroids. Just like, please accept me. I'm amazing.
Your life story of
Pretty much.
you up to this point.
Yeah, pretty much. For every single university you want to apply to. Like, Jesus.
that just sounds like an awful time. Like, I'm pretty sure when I applied here, I didn't even get accepted, but I just had a fat yarn with Dale, and Dale was like, yeah, dude, come along. And then I talked to Craig, and Craig was like, I'll give you a shot. Like, yeah.
I just like filled in online forms and chucked in a yes and an electronic signature, and off it went.
Yeah, I went to the open day.
Yeah.
And I got swindled hard. I went home and I was like, you know what? Fuck being an architect. Fuck being like a graphic designer. I'm gonna do engineering.
I wanted
Why
to do
not?
architecture too.
Yeah, one good open day
Yep.
that included a whole bunch of tech that I never saw from that point onwards.
Yeah.
Including people I never saw from that day onward.
Yep.
Don't know who they were.
My campus coach added me on Facebook. Never saw him again.
You went to campus coaches?
Yeah.
That first week where you get shown around?
It was really lame.
I missed the boat on that.
I think I did too. I got a fucking Wellington Hall shirt, because I never lived in a proper dorm. And I was sick, man. I was one of the cool kids. I was going against the system, largely because I got accepted into university like 2 weeks before it was about to start. And I had to struggle to find some way to live. It
Oh, jeez.
was a good time.
Sucks.
That was my model for every other year as well. I just left everything to the last
Oh,
possible
Jesus.
second.
Well, that was actually one of like Trey's motivators for coming back when he was applying third year. He left it so late because he didn't know whether he wanted to come back or not. Was if he files the application to live in the hall for like, if his accommodation gets approved, then he'll come back. And I got approved the day before university started, and he was like, oh, I guess I'm not dropping out then.
Oh, Jesus. All
He
right.
was completely prepared to just keep working at Meatworks for like another year and just have another gap year.
Yeah.
So that was pretty...
Was that for
Intense.
first year or dropping
Second
out
year.
after second year?
Between second and third.
Yeah.
Sorry, between first and second. Second
Oh,
and third
shit.
he was with Holly. But yeah, that first and second he was like, oh, should I come back?
Wait, before he
Roll
ever
the
met
dice.
Molly?
Yeah.
Shit.
So we met Holly in like the first lab of one of the 200 level.
Yeah, he did.
I told him to go sit next to her because I already had a girlfriend and she was super hot, and I was like, you should go sit next to her. She needs a lab partner. And then he just went red in the face.
Amazing.
What class was this?
203 lab.
I don't recall Holly being in any of our second year courses.
She was-
She was in 201.
201 or 203? One of them.
It was 201 because I think.
Do we have 201 labs?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the Arduino course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been 201 then with Peter in the skips or in the science labs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter's cool.
You got trapped in there one day.
He
One
got
of the-
trapped in there.
Yeah, one of the lights, the fluorescent hanging, like ceiling lights, came down while he was working in the lab at like night,
Holy shit.
and he got pinned under it until the morning when one of the security guards found him.
Oh, jeez.
And that was his like reasoning behind not letting us stay in the lab without any supervision or any second person knowing that we were there, because I think he was living on his own at the time, and yeah, he just ended up trapped in there for like 8 hours till the security guard came past at like 3 or 4 a.m.
He actually got pinned down.
Pinned under the weight of it. It's like it knocked him
Jesus.
out, and then he woke up and he couldn't, like, the weight of the whole light system and the chains and stuff, it was like too heavy to move.
Holy
No
shit.
one around.
See, that
Terrifying.
just says to me that he doesn't do bench enough.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit, what's that Alfred quote? What's the point of doing all those push-ups if you can't move a stupid log?
Oh my god.
Peter goes to the gym all the time. He does the like aerobics and step classes.
Oh, fun.
He was doing every morning. Yeah, I think it was 5 days a week because there wasn't classes on like Monday or Thursday, I think.
God damn.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah. He was in there with all the fucking 18-year-old girls, 19-year-old girls. He was at the front. He fucking put in work, man.
Yeah.
He looked like
Proper calisthenics.
Like
Jet God.
no, he was just like, you know how we look after doing like 10 minutes of cardio? We just look completely shattered. He looked like that, but after like 45 minutes of a class.
Shit.
Jesus. Alright.
As we come up to the 15-minute mark, shall we enter into some high gear political politically charged discussion.
I like how you say the 15-minute mark, but the first 3 minutes of this is awkward fucking silence and moving their chairs around.
Fuck.
So
12-minute mark.
I mean, no, it just sounds like we're not editing.
10-minute mark.
all of the fucking chairs scraping along the ground.
Oh my god.
And asking if you guys want a beer.
If this podcast doesn't open with scraping of chairs and awkward silence, then you know that this has been edited.
I can
Free
just
speech.
I can just edit that, but
Don't edit me out.
No. Or you could just keep the squeaking chairs and shit, and then they'll think it won't be edited, and you could do the rest whatever you want.
And if they leave YouTube on autoplay, or whatever your broadcasting medium is, you leave it on autoplay, you just think that your podcast has stopped. You just think the video stopped, but then you get us after 4 minutes of silence at like 3 a.m. when you've fallen asleep.
And you think you're schizophrenic?
Yep. You wake up with all these New Zealanders in your head talking about nonsense things.
How much
Like
they bought their jacket for.
And our education system.
Yeah.
Why Peter doesn't mention enough.
Very specific people that you're completely unaware of and have no idea what they look like. All of them. You wake up thinking, why couldn't Peter shift that light? Is he still trapped?
It's because he can't bench the weight of the light, right? The weight of the light, well, it's probably only like a 80 kilo light.
So,
That's not that much. I mean, I could struggle to bench that, but I could do it, and that's what matters.
no, we're all huge. 80 kg is like a warm-up set.
I'm assuming that like one side of my body is immobilized and I'm only using my right hand.
Yeah, I'm genetically related to Eddie Hall, so it's just a given that I can deadlift like half a Toyota Corolla.
I can bench the bar, and that's it.
You could bench more than the bar, Chelsea. I know that.
You reckon?
Yep.
What makes you say that?
Because anyone can bench the bar. Actually,
Ooh!
Actually-
Get wrecked, all you plebs that can't lift the bar. You're not humans, according to us.
you could... if you had a spotter, you could bench more than the
Oh
bar.
yeah, I could totally, but I don't have a spotter, so I don't risk it. Mind you, made pretty good friends with Samantha. However, we both use the gym as like alone time, so
Yeah.
I don't think either of us actually wants a gym buddy.
She's a bit weird. I used to see her at the gym all the time. She gave me dirty looks.
She used to go to Club K.
Did she?
Yes, and she had a boyfriend
Oh!
who went to Club K
I think she's a
also.
husband, an Indian husband.
Oh.
A
Oh.
boyfriend.
Oh.
She talks very intimately to a man at the gym. When I used a foam roll, she would be in there doing
She
her...
was getting shown around like at Club K by this huge dude like a couple of years ago. Like he was probably...
This is not the same guy.
No?
No, the dude was not huge at all. The dude looked like he'd never seen their weight in his entire life.
Never even seen one.
So I'm 87.3% sure that it was her at Club K.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
She looks like she'd been to the gym for many years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's goals. Seeing her in the gym, I was just like, I'm judging you because I'm jealous.
All you gotta do is take a whole bunch of mystery chemicals and how they work.
You gotta take those animal
Well,
pills.
she was like, do you take a protein shake after the gym? And I'm like, yeah, like every time I go to the gym, I take my protein shake like just after because I found that it helps me feel like my muscles are actually growing. You know, I actually get some DOMs in there. But she was like, yeah, I really want to try and get all of my nutrition just from food, like normal food, no supplements. And I was like...
Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I think you can do it.
If you got money.
If you got money, yeah.
I actually don't think you can.
Really?
Yep. I genuinely think, listening to the nutrition stuff that I do, I think that there is no way that a modern person can fulfill their dietary requirements without eating a surplus of calories.
Really?
Yep.
Based on what?
Do you know the amount of like retarded shit that your body needs?
Like vitamin B12 and...
Like vitamin D? Do you know that like 70% of Americans are vitamin D deficient?
Oh shit.
Yeah. All you have to do is go outside.
Yeah.
And yet the modern person can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That isn't terribly surprising that we wouldn't be able to hit it without like going into caloric overdrive. Because there's a lot of things that we need, and it's hard to not neglect certain areas.
and your caloric intake is basically based on how much exercise you do.
Exactly.
And you think that the human body isn't designed to sit in a chair all day like we do. We're designed to be walking around the bush.
I was just thinking that as you were saying, is that you would need to eat more calories to get enough vitamins and minerals and whatever else you need, hit your macros and all that. You would need to eat a lot of calories, and normally that would be fine because we're designed to be exercising all day. Well, not all day, but a lot more than we do.
We're looking at like one very, very small snapshot of human evolution.
Yeah.
To like this last less than 1%,
Mm-hmm.
where we have been inside in buildings safe with synthetic and processed foods, as opposed to like the 99% of our history, even to say like 90%, where we were definitely outside and definitely engaging in physical exercise every second. If you want to eat, you have to go find something to eat.
Yeah.
So I'd hazard a guess that our average intake would have been somewhere around like 3,000 to 4,000.
Yeah,
or more to deal with the amount of like exercise we're doing. Like an hour run or like a mild walk is like 400 calories.
Yeah.
And that's why we excelled as hunters, is because we just had endurance. We're not the fastest creatures in the animal kingdom, but you chase after a cheetah, like you walk after it for long enough, it needs to stop, and we can keep going.
Yeah.
So, average is what, 2,200 now for an average male?
Yeah.
I think
Average intake?
Something around that.
I think 2,000 is the base rate for someone who's sedentary, who does no exercise or anything.
Yeah.
Anything you do on
Which is
top
like
of that.
70% of the population.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, comparing that with like almost double, I feel like if it was 4,000 a day, you could easily hit those vitamin intakes. Because shit, how did our ancestors survive, and how did we get such good genetics?
Yeah.
If they weren't hitting their macros.
Hitting their macros.
And then there's a difference between eating enough to survive and eating enough to be at your optimum state.
Yeah.
Which I think is beyond that again. Yeah,
Shit.
I think you just have to supplement.
Yeah.
Because that's why we hold on to fat so well. Is because fat is an insane resource when it comes to survival.
Yeah, but it fucks up other parts, eh? Like D12 is absorbed into fat. So if you're a larger person, you need more vitamin D12.
Oh, shit.
But then if you try and consume, in the modern day and age, if you try and get more vitamin D12 from the sun, you are worried about getting skin cancer. So you put on sunblocks, you're not getting vitamin D12 anymore, but you're still in the sun. And you're stuck in this infinite cycle of like, but I don't want cancer, but I want to be good forever.
What's up, ladies? My name's Slim Shady. I'm the lead singer of D12.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to blur that out.
We actually are. That's funny.
Why?
Can't just sing copyrighted songs in the middle of our podcast like that.
I remember that very distinct line of "I'm Slim Shady." Yes, I'm Slim Shady, the singer of D12. Lead singer, was it?
I'm the lead singer of D12.
Yeah. If everyone wants to be in my band.
Started.
Welcome.
We just had another guest walk in.
So this is mine.
I would describe her as a 20-something-year-old female of average height, average complexion.
Just average everything. Just like...
average. Mediocre.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice to see everyone.
You too. Welcome to the show.
Nice to hear you.
Welcome to our club.
Nice to hear.
you.
How's your bling, Shaun?
It's pretty good, eh? I'm a big fan.
Did you do a review?
I have not done a review
It
yet.
would really help with like the marketing.
Would it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dollar Shave Club wouldn't appreciate me advertising other products.
We could be.
Keep going.
I'm just saying we could be sponsored by more than just Dollar Shave Club.
V-Bling 2018.
Is it V like a New Zealand only company?
I think it is. Yeah.
It's alright, we can build our global export market, alright? I'll buy enough cans and ship them to the States.
Yeah. There you go. Just send them to random people. Don't know what this is, but alright. I'll consume it.
Yep.
I mean, you're a big fan of consuming mystery chemicals.
I am.
You're not wrong.
I do.
We are currently undergoing a test between Shaun and myself of who can get bigger in a month, 2 months.
I'm basing it on strength increase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Between Shaun taking mystery chemicals of various shapes and sizes, pill packets, supplements, versus my diet of trying to not eat like shit.
This is what I consume every morning.
Oh my god.
Would you eat lolly?
Alright, for our viewers at home, there is 1 white capsule, 4 yellow capsules, 1 red capsule, and 3 brown tablets
Are they
that...
not chewy lollies?
No.
No.
Damn.
The brown tablets look like the kind of veneer, or not veneer, melamine cabinets and counters that you have in like a $200 a week rental home.
Nicely summer.
Thank you.
Products may or may not include vitamin C, magnesium, selenium, creatine monohydrate, tricreatine matrix, magnesium creatine chelate, arginine alpha ketoglutarate, orthanine alpha ketoglutarate, citrulline malate, L-carnosine, L-norvaline, methylaxanine complex, evodimine, vinpocetine, grapeseed extract, N-acetylcytosine, green tea leaf extract, NAR alpha lipoic acid, taurine, ginger, cinnamon bark extract, fenugreek seed extract, Piper nigrum fruit extract, dicalcium phosphate, gelatin, methylxanthine complex, caffeine anhydrous cola nut seed powder and guarana seed powder, microcrystalline cellulose, maltodextrin, stearic acid, magnesium stearate, titanium dioxide, evodie root extract,
Titanium dioxide.
Vinca minor L extract,
Literally
FD&C
titanium.
yellow number 5 and number 6, FDC red at number 40, FDC blue number 1. Pharmaceutical glaze made in a GMP facility on site with equipment that processes milk, soy, eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, fish, shellfish, and wheat.
My question is, why the hell is there blue coloring when none of these pills are blue?
It'll be for the purple one.
There's a purple one?
The purpley one.
That's not purpley. That's
Where here do you see purple? Am I colorblind?
Look, man, at 5:30 in the morning, in low light, it looks purple.
the brown one.
Yeah.
Do you want to be even senso?
Dude, I'm going to make the shake that's on the back of that.
Ox's go-to meal replacement shake.
Yeah.
Animal universal glutamine, universal creatine, olive oil, banana, quick oats, animal whey, chocolate flavored, and water.
Yep.
What?
Like your breakfast
Yeah.
Yeah,
It kind of does. It's just like a...
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
You're part of the
If you want to
podcast.
go look down.
Part of the ship, part of the
Can I
crew.
have it either?
Can you be what? Oh my god, what was that?
There's that go.
That was Ethan.
Yeah.
Ethan.
Welcoming Maya to the podcast.
What a day.
What a day. Can I see your nails?
No.
Oh, why not? They match your top.
This is like 2 weeks later.
Oh,
3
look.
weeks later.
Rip!
Yeah, so
Ants.
consuming mystery chemical is just to get more stronger than Trent.
And Trent's doing
Emphasis on more stronger than Trent.
stronger.
Because
Yes.
I'm already stronger.
What's your shoulder press, son? Can you pick up like 13-year-old kids and lift them over your head? I can.
Depends if they're American kids or not.
Oh shit. So, that is, Shaun is doing mystery chemicals and Trent is doing au natural.
Yes, I'm trying
Just
to.
the old protein powder and oats.
Yeah, trying to not eat like shit and maybe be a bit healthier.
So what's your pre-workout? A banana?
My
that
pre-workout is sheer motivation and willpower to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
And it lacks the face tingling goodness that pre-workout, natural pre-workout.
If you take enough beta-alanine, your face tingles. If you're really lucky, right, your butt crack tingles. And it's a kind of tingling, but as soon as you touch it, it just gets worse. So imagine your ass crack tingling while on the treadmill and your cheeks are just rubbing together and it's getting worse and worse as time goes on.
Please tell me
But
about
like
the
in a good
pre-work.
way.
I mean,
It's uncomfortable as shit, man. Like, goddamn.
what happens when you poop?
I can't say I've
Does
ever
it
pooped in the middle of a
stimulate
workout.
bowels? That's the real question.
But like, do you still have the tinglies after your workout, or maybe you take
No,
poop?
no.
Oh.
It's just like a mid-workout thing.
Does the red one give you the tinglies?
Beta-alanine gives you the tinglies.
The red one doesn't have beta-alanine in it, does it?
Yes, it does.
Wait, what?
All pre-workout has beta-alanine in it.
All of it?
That is the principal component of a pre-workout.
Does the red one give you the tinglies, though?
Yes.
Fuck! I don't think I want that.
It's a fun experience.
I get it. I guess it is.
It depends how much you take. If you take a little bit, then it's only your face. If you take a really, really small amount, then nothing gets tingly.
I'm just gonna Google how beta-alanine is gonna interfere with.
Just Google
I'm
search.
taking pre-workout.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that sounds gonna be fucking awful.
It is, sorry. Sauce. I won't do it again. I promise.
What if instead of pre-workout we all just had like some rara?
Well, you'd be happy to know,
Yeah. Tell me.
that currently, instead of pre-workout, in the mornings, I just drink a sugar-free V to get me going to my gym.
God.
It's gotta be
Tastes
so
just
bad
like
for
the
you.
real thing.
Mm-hmm.
That actually has to be so bad for you.
What?
Taking
What
a
does it taste
sugar-free
like?
V
Tell
every
me what you
day.
think the flavour is.
This.
Whoa. Did you hear that?
I don't know. This
Flavour.
It's so
like-
flavor.
Is it a candy?
yeah, it's fucking sweet.
Okay. Strawberry sherbet, kind of. Not really. Eh?
It does smell kind of like shitty strawberry,
nice?
like not real strawberry, but it's trying to be.
There's not actually a flavour.
I was gonna say it.
It doesn't say anything.
It's just weird.
But I've got more in my car.
Beta-alanine reduces serotonin levels in the brain. Beta-alanine helps against anxiety.
I need anxiety to get through the day.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to find like how it
Caffeine
interacts.
seriously makes me anxious. Like jittery.
Yeah. Oh man, I hate
Yeah.
the jitters. Jesus.
Like jittery inside.
That's a normal. I thought that's half the point
Well,
of caffeine.
people like... yeah,
depends
well,
how much
it's
you
meant
have.
to like sort of help you focus, get energetic, ready to...
Okay, I don't think you're the
Be a
only
bit
one that gets
positive
jittery on
drink.
caffeine. Like that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like you're trying to have a coffee and then like I'll be on the computer doing stuff and then I'm like, I can't concentrate.
I don't get jittery on caffeine, but that's because I always drink a coffee in the morning. But if I have like 2 cafe coffees in the morning, then I get jittery and like my eye says I can't concentrate and it sucks. 1 coffee.
I was awake until 5 a.m. after I took my first pre-workout at 2 p.m.
Jesus. Why did you do
1
that?
p.m.
How?
Why did you do that?
Take pre-workout.
Why would you do it after lunch?
It was my first time.
It was my first time.
Everyone can be excused for their first time, alright?
Okay, so some people have reported tingling of the skin after taking large doses of beta-alanine. That's what you said.
Yep.
Beta-alanine may interact with some heart medications and with drugs for erectile dysfunction.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's it. Talk to your doctor before taking beta-alanine.
Done.
It does regulate dietary,
So-
however it treats some like foods rather than... Okay, so it probably won't interact with antidepressants. We'll be fine.
I would 10 out of 10 not recommend to search Tingling Anus after pre-workout. There's a lot of not pre-workout related posts.
About
Did you go into Google Images?
tingling
No.
anus after butt sex.
No, there's tingling anus after ejaculation.
That's
After whose ejaculation?
That
my
is the
question.
question. I mean, you know what? Never mind. Who dat?
Click it. Yeah.
Someone name something.
getting phone calls during the podcast. Jeez.
Disrespectful.
Cell phones on silent.
Sorry.
No, you gotta call them back and yell at them. Be like, didn't you know I was busy?
She got 2 phones. This bitch got 2
She's
phones.
pretty much a drug dealer.
Oh my god. Tomorrow. Can you, like, just carry some of those in your pocket and just pull them out for first years? Yo, want to buy some MDMA?
And it turns
You mean
out-
my animal pump?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It turns
No.
out you're just selling pre-workout.
Fuck that. I'm not letting any kids near that. God damn.
Snort some pre-workout.
Yeah.
Dude, you know, I recently found out what the stuff that bodybuilders, not bodybuilders, powerlifters sniff before they're doing deadlifts.
Steroids?
No, you know, they have the small tub of stuff. They just like take a quick sniff.
What?
And then they lift.
Bath salts?
No, it's like, fuck, it's like acetane. It's some chemical that like burns the inside of your nose and makes you concentrate.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ammonia?
Cocaine?
Yes, ammonia.
What?
Yep. They fucking sniff ammonia.
That is so bad. You know that's like bleach, right?
Yes, but it's different to bleach.
Yeah, it is, but it's similar. It's gross.
I'm pulling up the best.
Similar in that bleach contains ammonia.
Yeah.
Different in that this is completely safe, whereas consuming bleach isn't.
Right, okay, so this, okay, but it's still...
Said to give you a shock of the system and a rush of awakeness,
Yep.
which assists in 1 rep maxes. Ammonia NH3 gas, which triggers an inhalation reflex by irritating the mucous membranes of the nose and lungs. The irritant elevates the heart rate, blood pressure, and brain activity by activating the sympathetic nervous system.
Jesus.
To
There you
help
go.
you do a 1 rep max.
Yeah, to help you win that powerlifting meet that you've been training 6 months for.
Okay.
Yep.
There's no point looking like a boulder if you're not gonna get the title.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's worth deadlifting if you're not bleeding out of your face.
That's...
You gotta ask yourself, when you're really, really finishing that set, if you're not bleeding out of your nose, are you really trying?
I don't think you are.
Do you even want to be a powerlifter?
140 for 1 today. Worst fucking... I want to say the worst form ever, but I couldn't see myself because there was no mirrors.
You should have looked to the side.
I would have, yeah. Guaranteed to work. Totally won't snap one of the muscles in your neck by looking at the side during a rep. No personal experience. No, your form was good. I maintain this vow to you that I'll shout at you if your form starts to slip, because
good.
I've seen people break backs, and
Yeah.
I'd rather you don't break your back.
I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of the wheelchair way of life, you know?
Slip a disc and you'll be on your way.
Cut your legs off.
I was thinking about it today, right? This is going to be fucking horrible to anyone who doesn't know me. But you see those guys doing calisthenics who are like doing pull-ups and muscle-ups in a wheelchair, right? But if they're missing part of their leg, isn't that technically making it easier? Because a wheelchair doesn't weigh the same as a leg. A wheelchair is not like 10 kilos. So they're just like doing pull-ups and stuff with less weight than a regular
Do
person.
they take their wheelchair with them then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's one of the inspirational images is to see someone doing pull-ups or muscle-ups with the wheelchair on them.
Oh, shit.
Discounting the fact that they have atrophied legs and discounting. Like, it's really horrible. But they're not trying hard enough.
They're not trying hard enough.
God took away their legs and they're not lifting enough.
I don't know. It just occurred to me the other day that like legs are really heavy, and people
Yeah.
who do that stuff in a wheelchair either have like really atrophied legs with no muscle on them, or are just missing legs completely. So isn't that making the entire thing lighter and less impressive?
I suppose it maybe is.
I want to say that legs weigh roughly a quarter of your body. Not out of being a fucking retard and looking in a mirror and going, oh, one leg, my lower half is 2 legs, therefore I weigh 50% of my legs. But I do feel like they are a quarter of your weight.
Your head weighs 10 kilos. I think if you're an average person, you can almost sixth your body.
Yeah.
So
A 6 for the head.
a sixth for a head, a sixth for each arm, a sixth for each leg, and a sixth for your torso.
Have you seen my quads?
That's quite...
The average person.
I mean, I've seen your biceps too, mate.
Cute.
They're fucking huge, man.
Ship it.
32-inch biceps.
32? That was pre-pump. I know that was pre-pump. We're talking fucking 34s here, guys.
Almost 3 whole feet of bicep.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, the pants I bought today were 30s. I did shop in the men's section. to find this.
Yeah, we're fucking
color
30,
pants.
like 32s, 34s, and my biceps are the same fucking dimensions as my hips.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Why-
So
why would-
bicep.
Why wouldn't there be? I mean, I can see you. No one else here can, but would I lie to you guys? Really? You guys have known me for all of probably 35 minutes because of editing. I'm a pretty upstanding citizen, right? I'm a great moral character.
Yeah. I mean, he kindly pointed out that people who are doing pull-ups in wheelchairs are actually not trying hard enough.
I didn't say they're not trying hard enough. I'm just saying it's
It's
easier because there's less weight. Like, the whole thing is like there's a mental aspect to it. Like if someone cut off my legs, I probably wouldn't want to work out, right? I would want to get a fucking gun and shoot them, right? And then fucking power fist some kid in jail, right? That's what I'd want to do.
So as you can tell, Shaun is a stand-up guy. He's
A great moral character.
he's a good
Got a
citizen.
very balanced moral compass.
Yep. If someone cut off my legs, I would kill them and then power fist some random.
Specifically kids in jail.
Probably like power fist
Can
in their
you
lower
not
half.
push the chairs around?
Sorry.
Because it's really...
Is it very loud?
I can see the volume level on this, and it just
Do that.
100% max.
One at a time.
Oh shit. I apologize. I am not comfortable and will not move the
So it's
chairs.
like, multiple people can talk.
Fucking cut your legs off, man. Then you can't move the chairs with your feet.
I'll shoot you and power fist kids in jail.
Whoa, is that a threat, Chelsea? I think I heard a direct threat.
The fact of the matter is, if you were to power fist someone, after having your legs cut off, you're power fisting them in the lower half of their body.
That's true.
I mean, that's where the anus is
Like-
located.
That is
Are
what
we
it
still
is.
talking about anuses?
No, we've come full circle, just like an anus.
Yep.
I mean, he's not wrong. That's right. We went from butt tingling to a whole bunch of other shit
You just
and back
missed
to
out on everything
anuses.
between.
It's just-
So self-driving cars, right?
That's what we were originally going to talk about in this here podcast.
I don't know what you're talking about. We don't script anything or plan anything. We're just on the fly, Chelsea. Come on.
Oh, I mean, wow. What? Self-driving cars? What about them?
Some dipshit walked out in front of one and got killed.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Trent will talk more about it because he's the most informed person here.
Reddit.
Yes.
Reddit.
No, I'm going to go ahead and first read an excerpt of a news article. An autonomous Uber car killed a woman in the street in Arizona. Police said in what involves to be the first reported fatal crash involving a self-driving vehicle and a pedestrian in the US.
Sexy, that's staying in.
While Uber has been testing their self-driving cars in numerous states and temporarily suspended its vehicles in Arizona last year after a crash involving one of its vehicles. When the company first began self-testing cars, the cars were caught running red lights, leading to a high-profile dispute between state regulators and the San Francisco-based corporation. Police identified the woman and said she was walking outside of a crosswalk with a bicycle when she was hit at around 10 p.m.
We're listening.
The footage was recently released, and I'm sure there'll be links floating around. The police department recently released footage from both the driver's perspective and from the hood of the car's perspective. And to be entirely honest, she was crossing the street at night, outside of the light of
The street lamp.
outside of street lamp light and outside of a crosswalk or anything, crossing a multiple laned road with a bicycle, and she gets hit by a car.
And she was meandering. She wasn't just like briskly walking.
No, she
was
wasn't gapping it.
meandering.
And from some basic math done, out of a 1 second response time, the car would have needed 2 seconds to come to a complete stop. And
Yeah.
if that's if the person reacted. The split second they saw
Well,
the lady crossing the road.
you mentioned that they said that self-driving cars were running red lights. That's probably not the best.
No, it's not. But that track record is like
Yeah.
anything. It's gotten better, and those reports were
Okay.
like 2015. That's not
okay.
recently.
Oh,
That's
so
a-
before they were officially on the roads, like...
Yeah, when they were testing them, they
Okay,
held
when they
off
were testing
release because they were running red lights.
Okay, cool. Proceeding. Let's remove this woman from what we're talking about. We're not talking... I don't think we're talking about, whether or not just so it's not misconstrued, we're not talking about whether or not she deserved to die. Obviously, it's a tragedy that she died, but we're talking about whether or not whether or not it is an issue of technology or human error or what.
If you walk across a 4-lane road with a bicycle at nighttime and I'm assuming this is a straight road too, and get hit by a fucking vehicle,
Yeah.
why don't you fucking look?
Well, the thing, I mean, a lot of people...
This is a black and white fucking case.
A lot of people on the Reddit thread that I saw were questioning, oh, why didn't the car see her? Oh, it should have detected her. Oh, it should have done it. Regardless of whether or not the car saw her or detected this pedestrian, what the hell did you expect it to do, honestly? Stop and cause a collision with, 3 cars behind it?
Why is this a problem with Uber, self-driving cars?
Because if it was... This news report would have gone completely under the radar if it was just a person driving. It would have been chalked up to human error, etc., etc. Oh, was the person at the wrong? We'll never know.
Yeah.
But because it's the first case of a self-driving car, there are going to be people that pick it apart and say it's the car's fault.
But it's almost like, it's not like the car, deliberately did something. It's like something happened to the car.
It's an argument of a lack of action.
Well, even if it stopped as fast as an average human would have reacted to it,
she still would have gotten hit.
So then where's the argument?
The thing is, when you're driving 60 miles an hour, roughly 100k, 100 kilometers an hour, down a stretch of motorway, and if I was driving, then you see it in the video, the car's illuminated by the streetlights, and she's crossing the road outside of one of the streetlights.
Yeah.
When you're in the light, it's pretty fucking hard to see what's in the dark. So in the video, there's a 1 second time between seeing her and striking her with the car.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable assumption. Exactly. And while the sensors should have picked up on it, it also shouldn't be expecting that a car can somehow break the rules of physics and stop faster than a human can stop the car.
Exactly.
Self-driving cars are no different than normal cars.
Yeah.
It's just that they're being controlled by something else.
Yeah.
It's the same limitations that every human faces.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the main problem is this is going to be fully put the blame on the self-driving car, even though there's nothing that could have been reasonably done.
Okay.
And
Other
that's...
than her not crossing the road at night in the dark.
Yeah, you just cull the week.
Jesus.
But it's going to stop...
Sacrifices must be made.
It's going to stop the advancement of self-driving vehicles because some idiot decided to cross a fucking 4-lane road and not look.
It's frustrating that people put the blame on technology because they see the technology and they're like, oh, cool, and they think it's some sort of black magic. But the technology advancements, sure, they're getting better and better and more exciting, but they still work with the same laws of physics. And we have rules of the road because of physics. We have, stopping distances between cars because you cannot physically stop a car in under 2 seconds when you're, within a certain number of meters when you're going a certain speed. And regardless of how advanced the technology was or whether or not it saw this person crossing, it still wouldn't have been able to stop in time. People are accusing the driver of not paying enough attention and just oh, why didn't he see her? What did you expect him to do?
Yeah, the only way you can stop faster, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that the amount of pressure the brake pads apply to the wheels of the car, the maximum threshold for that is based on the maximum that or within a reasonable action of how much a human can withstand in terms of whiplash and immediate response.
Yeah.
That's why, pumping the brakes and peppering them is always suggested.
Yeah.
So the only way you could have stopped faster is by putting the passengers in the car at risk of being injured with permanent neck damage just because someone chose to cross the road outside of a crosswalk at a really stupid time and place.
Yeah.
And look, didn't deserve to die, but...
Didn't they?
Well, okay, regardless.
They made a case for themselves to die. Whether they should have or not isn't for us to decide.
What's the news around it now? Are they suing Uber or what?
They're not sure. What I read in one article is that the family of the person who died are not sure whether or not they'll, actually take it to court for a civil law or criminal lawsuit because they're quote, no amount of money is going to bring her back, unquote. Yeah, that's true. But also, I'm just not really sure that they would have a leg to stand on because she wasn't following that. She was jaywalking. And in the States, jaywalking is illegal. So, I mean, we have these rules for a reason.
Health
Yeah,
and safety.
but does she was jaywalking in a judge's eyes take precedence over involuntary manslaughter?
Especially in a country where the rules are pretty
It
relaxed.
it
They
really
don't have
depends on-
Healthcare systems like ACC to cover things like this, where you can't reasonably sue someone for a physical injury. Depends on whether the judge is sympathetic. Depends whether the jury is sympathetic. And
Well, okay. With a different scenario, what if this person was walking out into the road with intention to die? What if this was a suicide attempt? Does that mean that the person should, the self-driving car, the person who was in the self-driving car should be taken to court for manslaughter?
Yes.
This
In,
person,
in America, assisting a suicide is manslaughter.
How are you assisting?
But they're
in
not
the
assisting.
car? You're just
But
like...
It doesn't matter.
involuntary assistance is the
Okay.
same as involuntary murder.
I
It's
don't think
still
it's
manslaughter.
assistance if you're in the
In
car.
America, it is.
Like, it's still manslaughter.
Yeah.
If I just want to like...
You'll be charged with it, but
I'm-
the judge will probably see it in the court and go like, this is pretty unreasonable. The same as you can get charged for assault when someone breaks into your house. You'll be charged for it, you'll go to court for it, but the judge will most likely throw it out because
What a
being
waste
reasonable.
of time and resources.
well, I mean,
if the laws didn't exist, then like they exist for a reason. They can't just go, oh, on this case by case basis, we won't charge you because you broke the law. Whether it was justified or not is up to the court.
Yeah.
well, I mean, something that's, I thought an interesting angle to look at it from was you have products on the market and certain products are very dangerous and they're issued with warnings or disclaimers or whatever that basically you use this product in a certain way and they have a whole bunch of warnings. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. And if you disobey those warnings, you do so at your own risk and the company's not liable for any injury or other harm that you cause to yourself or somebody else. So I wonder if like the self-driving car manufacturers could argue that the self-driving car is built to observe the road rules. And the road rules are that pedestrians do not cross outside of crossings. And if they choose to disobey those, then they do so at their own risk. Just thought it was an interesting angle to look at.
No,
It is an interesting angle.
I agree. It's following along the same rules as like as an extreme. You can't murder me because that's illegal.
Yeah.
It's like you're falling within those confines, and for humans, it's easy for us to look past those confines and go, oh, I have like cognitive thought. I can process things outside of this
Yeah.
and make sense of the grey areas. But
Yeah.
for self-driving cars, it's pretty reasonable to assume no one's going to be breaking the law.
Yep.
But then when you weigh that up, in my dad's words, what's the point of being right if you're dead?
Exactly.
If someone breaks the law in front of me, I need to react, just regardless of whether I break the law.
Yeah.
I can't just go, they broke the law, I'm going to crash into them because, like...
In that case, it's what's the point of being right if you're in jail for involuntary manslaughter?
Exactly, and that's, like... It's a human... Only humans can handle it, and trusting in a programmer, of all people programs, to be able to count for all aspects of, like, the human mind is pretty crazy.
Did the self-driving car like attempt to stop?
Apparently, there's no indication that it attempted to slow.
That could be a pretty large problem, and that would
Exactly.
give grounds for a successful lawsuit,
Yeah.
I would think.
So how quick was it?
It's like a human reaction time is like 0.2 of a second. There's roughly 1 second where it's visible to the human eye,
Yeah.
but the data isn't released about what the sensors of the car registered.
Yeah, well, I read somewhere, not what the sensors registered, but the sensors that are used in the self-driving cars used by Uber are LiDAR and things like that don't rely on visible light spectrum. So theoretically, it should have picked up the pedestrian.
It also depends on the angle, because LiDAR is only accurate at a particular angle. And if you're close enough to a vehicle and coming in horizontally, you're not going to get picked up until you're already fucking hit.
So it'd be interesting to see how Uber reacts to this firstly. They like express their condolences, but of course they got to go through the records of the car and
Yeah.
actually scrub it for what?
Yeah.
What was the processes that it went through? Did it was it like, you know, going through a fucking choice path of what do I do, or was it just gonna continue as usual?
Yeah.
It also could have been an operator error. In all honesty, the operator could have fucked with something.
True.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I haven't driven a self-driving car.
And
Yeah.
we're
don't
still
know.
within like 3 days of this happening,
Yeah.
so not all the facts are there.
That's right, guys. We deal with current issues on this podcast.
Current events.
Just like how a current event is Dollar Shave Club. I'm gonna convince them to sponsor us somehow.
Dollar Shave.
We have a creative enough idea. No one's ever done a podcast before, especially on a Friday at like 5 p.m. Never done before.
Nope.
With
I
alcohol.
wonder why no one does them.
Probably
Yeah,
because
it's
other people have
stupid,
lives.
right?
Where's your target market right now?
18 to 24-year-olds with
Where are
almost
they?
zero money.
Where are
Just
they
like
right
us.
now?
This table?
Studying.
Yeah,
Finishing their ESN 310 assignments.
Oh.
you'd hope.
What is this ESN 310 thing, and where do I find it?
What is uni?
What is learning?
Yeah, what does uni stand for?
It's short for university.
Wow. Just making it clear for any listeners out there.
Yep, that's definitely what you were doing.
New Zealand slang.
Serious.
Oh.
Varsity.
Varsity. College.
America's so gross.
Oh, wow. You just lost all of your American listeners.
No, I think they'll listen. Just like people listen to Trump. Even though they hate him, they still fucking listen.
Yum.
You know, he put a fucking like $25 billion worth of tax on China. Because he was like, you know what? Fuck you, China. Have tax.
Is this for, like, imports from China?
I think anything that China sells to the States
Yeah.
gets taxed 25%
Yum.
more than it used to, which equates to like billions of dollars.
China.
And China has responded to this with a proposed list of 128 US products to target, with to introduce tariffs onto them as well.
Why would you fuck with China?
Yum.
A 15% increase and a 25% tariff could be imposed on US pork and recycled aluminium goods. So they've responded to his 25% hike with their own 25% hike.
Jesus, that's awful.
This is a bit of a laugh, to be honest.
China strikes back.
I mean, shit, what was his quote? Like, trade wars are easy to win. It's like, if trade wars were easy to win, everyone would always be trying to have a trade, everyone would always be having trade wars if they were easy to win.
So easy to win for whom?
Exactly.
Everyone.
I'm going to raise the prices for Shaun to buy things from me and expect him to not do the same.
Why? Because you said he's not allowed to?
Yeah, you're a dick if you raise your price, but, pull me up the money.
Thing is, if America cut off trade completely with China and China cut off complete trade with America, the one who's getting fucked in this is America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like China imports pork and recycled aluminium, which they probably sent to America in the first place.
Yep. I mean, it just means we have to take out drinking more to fulfill America's aluminium quota.
Oh my god.
Dope rose all round, I
We're
guess.
sponsored by Double Brown.
Use your razors from Dollar Shave Club and then down a double brown. Fucking promos
Or the
all
other
day.
way around.
You know
and see how
what?
shaving while drunk goes.
With those premium quality razors from Double Shave
What's
Club.
the V that you drink?
Blang.
Bling.
Bling. I'm sure Dobros go great with V bling. Just mix it up.
Alright guys, welcome to our second podcast. We were just going to talk about our sponsors for an hour. That's right guys, you can wear your Nike shoes while shaving with Dollar Shave razors and downing a double brown. Follow that up with a V bling as a chaser.
What a chaser.
Please sponsor us.
That's It's tasty.
You should do some ASMR videos with this mic of just
What?
the real thing. And now we're gonna take the pancake mixture and really, really get it in there.
What the
I don't know.
hell
Like,
is
there's like you with your headphones on, like in your ears, and it's just the right frequency and just the right volume that it like makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. What'd you say?
I like the sound of this. I'd listen to that podcast.
It sounds like a bad time.
Like a lot of them are just like they'll just be mashing together like a fruit salad, and it'll just be like the
Oh my god, it's mixing pasta,
That's
mac
just-
and cheese
yeah.
in the pan.
like-
That's what good pussy sounds like.
I was expecting it to come out of Chelsea's mouth.
It's from a vine.
But you see that.
I did.
if you're not grapefruiting your man, what are you doing?
You are disrespecting him. That's what you're
You're
doing.
gonna take the blindfold off and see the grapefruit and think, what the hell is going on? But he'll be open to it.
God.
It's a grapefruit around the front and a banana at the back, and you're solid.
Some cream,
Tingly Anus coming your way.
some beta alanine. It's a good night.
Hello and welcome to Tingly Anus Podcast.
It's a tap for sure.
Can
We just got the fucking podcast name.
We'll open up the tap.
Dab.
Open the tap.
Tap and gap. When you finally open your bar that you want to open.
I'm starting with the gym.
Oh, cool. Can you
Collection.
Oh,
Small
are you
businesses.
opening up an F45 in Wellington? Another one.
A what?
What's an E45?
An F45.
F45.
Functional 45.
Functional.
Holy
What the
Jesus.
fuck is an
I
it?
don't
It's like
know.
CrossFit for weirdos. It is CrossFit.
It's like boot campy.
CrossFit.
That sounds like
functional
CrossFit.
functional workouts. That's what they just opened up at the uni gym. They had the functional workout room open from like 4 till 7 on Tuesdays and
So they've got,
Thursdays.
like, the...
Yeah, it's like do 5 handstands followed by picking up a dumbbell and running around the room with it, then jump over a box 4 times and repeat.
But it's
See,
like parkour, but
That's
like
slightly better than CrossFit, because CrossFit is just like deadlift this plate and then throw it over your head and then do that 17 times.
While standing,
Go! And then they-
standing on a medicine ball.
Yep,
Like,
and they fucking time you, and if you don't do it under like 37 seconds, you're a dick.
They want you to do it super fast and like fuck up your form.
It's fine if you pop a
But
shoulder,
why?
because
What is the point?
Exactly. What is the point?
as
traditional lift all the way.
CrossFit is athletics for the functional non-athlete. It's for the professional non-athlete.
Professional.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so you can get better at
So when you're
desk
shit, but
jockeying.
you're really good at being shit.
Yeah.
Like when you're fit, but it's for your own, like it's for you, just for the reason to look at yourself in the mirror and try to pull girls.
But are you even
But
fit
they
doing
won't
CrossFit?
even, like, you won't get fit of doing like 10 really, like, what's
Really
a heavy
shit
deadlift?
reps.
Like 150 kgs? Doing like 10 in a row, but it has to be under 10 seconds. You're not
Boom,
gonna
boom,
get
boom,
fit.
boom, boom.
I don't know, man. I
Right,
feel
you're back.
really fit when I was it clean and jerk like 245 and then drop it into the back of my skull and then drive my face into the ground. That makes me feel really fit.
You know what's...
Go back to 2008 Olympics.
Oh,
Summer
Jesus.
The Chinese Olympics where they just pulled the curtain like in front of the dude who just dropped like 120 kilos on his shoulder.
Yeah,
And you
and-
see it like instantly purple and
Yeah.
it's like, and pull the curtain. While he's like crying in pain.
I
Didn't
hear
happen.
slip discs are really attractive to the millennials these days. That's how you pull the bitches in the club.
You know how your
It's
spine is
when-
made up of... sorry.
Oh,
no,
so-
you,
no,
no, you.
He's
you.
correct. Your spine
You.
is made up
Like
of
the little
discs and it goes...
Oh, I slept.
Yeah.
Of the disc.
Slip disc.
I think it was the guy whose face ended up bleeding at the Arnold Strongman 2018. I think he tore his bicep on his second deadlift out of 4 and kept going.
Okay.
That just sounds like a bad time.
It does. It sounds like a really stupid
But
time.
he finished.
Yeah.
So, he's the
I
man.
think he came in like 5th overall, so he's the 5th man.
He's the fifth
Bested by the other 4
with a
men.
fucked bicep.
Yep.
While you're getting surgery on that, just remember the 4 guys that are better than you. In this one specific instance, 4 guys are better than you.
Who also have intact biceps.
Yep. That's what makes him better.
Yeah. Yep. Their biceps are
I knew
fully
their
tapped.
limits.
A single piece.
Do you know who won that?
Hathor.
Me.
Did he? Okay.
What, for that specific deadlift? As I know he got the...
Yeah, he got the deadlift.
Yeah.
But did he win the Arnold Classic overall? I think he was in the lead going into the last event by like 4 points or something. And then Brian Shaw was in second. Strongman competitions.
William
What's the
Bonac.
William Bonac.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is that?
Do you have a picture of him?
Let me switch up.
Can you imagine being a professional weightlifter and just being like, what's your job? My job is to go to a room full of heavy things and pick them up and put them back down.
A professional weightlifter?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Bodybuilder?
Oh,
a
sorry.
professional bodybuilder has a shit life.
That was just the Arnold Sports Festival, not the Arnold Classic.
Okay.
Because they
Classic
can't
Europe.
eat ice
Let's
cream.
go.
The Arnold 2018 Strongman. I'm pretty sure it's held in the Australian Arnold, because the Arnold has run multiple times in different locations throughout the year. Yeah, being a bodybuilder would be such a shit life.
He did win the Strongman Classic.
Just
Which-
eat like
Hathor.
tasteless shit.
Okay, yeah.
Hathor Bjornsson.
Did Brian Shaw come in second?
Still going. Yeah, Brian Shaw finished second. 22,000. Then Mikhail Shivlyakov.
Oh yeah.
Russia.
What
Explain to us why being a bodybuilder would be a shit life.
Because your life revolves around training, and eating, and that's about it. Like, you can't eat anything you enjoy eating. You have to eat the shitty gruel food that you get given.
You can watch your macros.
Like, but 10 meals a
If
day.
it fits your macros. I think like why it sucks is because like it doesn't matter how you get there, you just have to like look really good.
You have
when
to
you're
stay
there,
there
and then you have to
permanently.
maintain
And
it.
a lot of it is genetics. Like, you have to have long muscle bellies. You have to be like the right height to weight proportion.
Jeez.
You have to lose fat evenly across your body.
You lipo. What's so hard about this?
Oh my god.
And then like the amount of
Start looking
steroids and like IGF that you have to take, you just end up looking like shit.
Fuck.
And if you stop it,
Oh, I'm
then
glad I'm not a bodybuilder.
you are just
And
going to
your
continue
body
to
is
look like
just
shit.
weird.
Is your body just like you? It takes like a decade to get out of a professional bodybuild
Yeah.
without completely fucking yourself and looking like a deflated bag of balloons.
Have you seen Dorian Yates?
No.
He looked fucking jacked when he was Mr. Olympia champion, and now he just looks like a normal dude. Like,
Arnold just looks like a normal dude now.
yeah. But if you,
I think he's
well,
pretty like big. And you're like, oh my God.
he's got a big chest, but his arms are definitely fucking small.
Yeah,
Fuck's
that's,
sake.
yeah.
But
He's just a bit...
He is a
littler.
bit like uncle now.
Uncle.
Slash like
Happy uncle.
yeah, the older uncle that
How
never got
old is
married.
he?
He probably is.
He's in his 60s. Like, what's it, 70 maybe.
Who dis? Oh, hello.
Yeah, Arnie's 70.
So he's like,
God damn.
"Red,
Chuck Norris is
what's up?"
78? What?
yep.
Red.
Fucking what?
That is
Not ready for him to
Dorian Yates bodybuilding, right?
Damn.
And then of
Everyone
course,
at home could please just Google Dorian Yates.
and then
Mr. Olympia.
that's him at Joe Rogan's podcast.
He still looks
He-
like he'd knock you
He
out.
looks a little bit like Robin Williams.
Like, if you compare that
Not there.
beast to wherever the hell he went, to this little dude,
See?
it's like completely
His
different.
face looks a little bit Robin
Just
Williams.
deflated a little.
It's just deflated. Do they get baggy skin when they lose a lot of muscle?
Not if you lose it slowly.
Okay.
If you're controlled about it, but if you have to have surgery and you're out of training for a while, it'll get weird real quick.
Yeah.
Like
Same with when
arms.
Bingo
On a
wings.
guy. Bingo wings on a guy. this was a tri-set. It was a house.
What are bingo wings?
Yeah, bingo wings. And like the old people.
Oh.
And they go like bingo and they put it
Oh,
on
yeah,
and it's
they
like their arm touches the floor.
oh, that's
Shall
Going to
we, shall
offend
we
so many people.
adjourn at this fine point?
yeah. Would you like to outro us
Sign
since
off.
you introed us so nicely? Remember, what is it? T.A.P. The T.A.P.
Tap. It actually is.
This is Trent signing off for the Tingly Anus Podcast. Thank you very much to our sponsors of Double Brown. I'd like to personally thank Dollar Shave Club for making this possible.
Nike
And V.
and V Bling.
V
Specifically
Bling.
the bling.
Just for one
the
product.
bling. Just one.
So
Yeah, if you guys could just send all of your merch to
to our address, DM us.
DM us.
Yeah, slide in the DMs.
Slide into our DMs.
Slippery slide up in the DMs. And
Yum, tasty.
and we'll review your products and shit.
Cute.
yeah.
We'll talk about how great you are more than we just
How
did.
good would that be?
As always, hit like, share, subscribe, click the bell for notifications.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, YouTube, Bebo.
Link
Just
to-
look up the Tingly Anus on Google Images and it'll come right up with us.
Amazing.
First result.
Tingly anus.
We're gonna have to come up with like a logo or something, right?
Oh, I got some ideas swirling around.
Oh my god.
Grapefruit.
Have you seen Community where they redesign the flag? It's
an
an anus.
All right.
Anus of color.
See you guys next week,
Yeah.
or potentially sooner, depending on how often / frequently we do this and when they get released.
See you all the time.
See ya.
Not
Bye-bye.
see you.